Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is FATIN or ALIYA binti MOHAMAD ISHAK. Today, I would like to present my infographic entitled Verbal versus Non-Verbal Communication in the Workplace. Before that, I would like to remind you, if you do not clear the visual of my infographic poster in this video, you may zoom in. So, let's continue. What is communication? Communication is one of the most important skills in every workplace, whether we are communicating with colleagues, managers, or customers. The way we deliver our message can influence teamwork, productivity, and professional relationship. As the famous quote on my poster says, effective communication is not just what you say, but how you say. Today, I will explain my topic using 1H 5W approach followed by the comparison between verbal and non-verbal communication, practical communication tips, and the do and don'ts in the workplace. Now, let's begin. First, who is involved in the workplace communication? Communication involves almost everyone in an organization. This includes employees, managers, supervisors, customers, clients, and even business partners. Every individual has different responsibility, but effective communication helps everyone work together towards the same organizational goals. Next is, what is verbal and non-verbal communication? Verbal communication refers to communication using words. It can be spoken, such as during meeting, presentation, like me, telephone conversation, and discussion, or written, such as emails, report, and messages. On the other hand, non-verbal communication refers to communication without words. It includes facial expression, eye contact, gesture, body posture, tone of voice, and personal appearance. Sometimes, people remember our body language more than our actual words. Therefore, both types of communication are equally important. Now, when is effective communication most important? Effective communication is needed every day in the workplace. For example, during meetings, job interview, customer service interaction, performance evaluation, presentation, and team discussion. This situation requires employees to communicate clearly while also showing their confidence and professionalism through positive body language. Where does workplace communication happen? It happens in many professional environments, such as offices, hospitals, school, retail businesses, government agency, and factory. Nowadays, communication also takes place through online platforms such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet, because many organizations practice hybrid or remote working. Now, why is this topic important? Let me tell you. Effective communication brings many benefits. Firstly, it helps to build trust and credibility between employees and employer. Secondly, it reduces misunderstanding and workplace conflicts. Thirdly, it improves teamwork and collaboration because everyone clearly understands their responsibility. And lastly, it creates a positive working environment and increases customer satisfaction. Therefore, mastering both verbal and non-verbal communication contributes to individual success as well as organizational performance. The last part of the 1H5W is How can professionals communicate effectively? There are several ways. First, speak clearly, politely, and professionally. Second, become an active listener instead of simply waiting for your turn to speak. Third, maintain appropriate eye contact because it shows confidence and respect. Fourth, use positive body language such as smiling, maintaining good posture, and using appropriate gestures. Most importantly, make sure your verbal message match your nonverbal behavior. For example, if you say you're happy to help, your facial expression and tone of voice should also reflect sincerity. Next, I would like to explain the comparison between verbal and nonverbal communication. Verbal communication mainly focuses on delivering information through spoken or written words. It is useful for giving instruction, explaining the ideas, and making decisions. Meanwhile, nonverbal communication focuses on emotion, attitudes, and feeling through body language, facial expression, gesture, eye contact, and tone of voice. For example, a manager may tell an employee, "Good job." If the manager smile and maintain eye contact, the employee feels appreciated. However, if the manager say the same words, "Good job," with a serious face and uninterested tone, the message may sound different. This example shows that verbal and nonverbal communication should always work together. Next, tip for effective communication. Based on my infographic, there are 5 important communication tips. The first is to speak clearly and professionally. The second is to listen actively. Third is to maintain appropriate eye contact. The fourth is to use positive body language. Finally, to ensure consistency between what you say and how you behave. These simple practices help to improve the workplace relationship and reduce the communication problems. There are also several important do's and don'ts. So, some good practices includes showing respect, using appropriate body language, speaking with professional tone, adapting communication according to your audience, and asking questions whenever clarification is needed. Meanwhile, employees should avoid interrupting the others, using rude language, avoiding eye contact, sending mixed message, or displaying negative body language because this behavior can damage trust and professionalism. In conclusion, verbal and nonverbal communication are equally important in workplace. Verbal communication helps us to deliver information clearly, while nonverbal communication helps us to express emotion, confidence, and professionalism. When both forms of communication are used effectively, organizations can improve their teamwork, strengthen relationship, and reduce misunderstanding, and to create a more positive working environment. As future professionals, developing good communication skills will help us to become more effective employees and better leaders. Thank you for your attention, and I hope through this presentation will give you more knowledge about verbal and nonverbal communication in the workplace. Before I end this video and presentation, I would like to apologize if there is any mispronounced words in this video. See you later. Bye.